some Hooks fans? This is Scorp1701.
And Queen Bravo.
And tonight we're going to be taking a look at something very special. Now, about a year ago, I put up what I thought was the best representation of He-Man and Battle Cat. But you can't have He-Man without Skeletor. Sort of like you can't have Optimus without Megatron. So that being said, using the same criteria that I used to pick my He-Man, I've decided to choose my Skeletor the exact same way. This is the Super 7 Masters of the Universe Skeletor and the Walmart exclusive Flocked Panthor. And I think these are the two best representations of Skeletor and Panthor when it comes to looking like the cartoon version. So I have Queen Bravo here with me tonight, and we are going to be taking a look at both of these figures one at a time, and we are going to have some fun. So we're going to be starting with Skeletor, the evil Lord of Destruction. And here we have the evil Skeletor, and as you can see, he comes on a nice blister card, very reminiscent of the one in the 80s. I never really had Skeletor. I think I had the actual battle armor Skeletor. Did you ever have any Skeletors?
My brother did.
Ah, yeah, that's right. You just had She-Ra and her people, right? Yeah. Okay, so taking a look at the blister card, you see it says New Masters of the Universe Skeletor, Evil Lord of Destruction for ages 14 plus, as seen on TV. You can see Skeletor in there. Figure twist for a power punch. So Super 7 down here, and that's pretty much it for the front. And on the back of the box, or the card, you have a nice image of Skeletor up there. Skeletor with his Havoc staff in hand prepares to conquer the planet Eternia. Da, da, da. Super 7 again over there on the bottom right. Then you have brief read-up of the figures, a look at all the figures in the line: He-Man, She-Ra, Skeletor, Hordak, Hero, and Eldor. You can see a little bit of his action there and a barcode, and that's pretty much it for the package. No one wants to see this guy in the package. I know I don't. You want to see this guy in the package?
No, let's take him out of the box
and see what he can do. And here we have Skeletor out of the package. And out of the package, he stands just over 5.5 inches tall, and he comes with a few accessories. Normally, he would come, if he was one of the original figures, with a comic book, but this particular one just comes with a nice card. It's Masters of the Universe. You have a nice animated picture of Skeletor there, and on the back you have a brief read-up of his origins from toy to cartoon character, so that is pretty neat. So yeah, we'll put that down. He comes with two power swords. He comes with a regular one, nice and thick here, and he comes with his half power sword. Now, if you remember from the original toys, they had a little comic series in there, and in the comic series, He-Man and Skeletor had to combine their swords to enter Castle Grayskull. So what you would do with this is, if you had the Super 7 He-Man, which we reviewed over about a year ago, he came with a half power sword. So what you could do with these two is you could kind of stick them together. He-Man's sword had the tabs, and Skeletor's sword just had the holes. So you would just connect them right here. But yeah, that's about as good as you're going to get it. But anyway, that was kind of the purpose of it. Moving on, he also comes with his awesome Havoc staff, and you see it's a lot different than the original toys. As the original toys, I think, what was the original toys?
It was like a dark purple.
All purple, yeah. And this one is very, very cartoon accurate with the lighter gray skull ram head at the top, and then it's kind of got a pinkish staff. So I wouldn't have minded if this was a little darker, but what are you gonna do? So that is cool. So now let's take a closer look at Skeletor himself. And coming real close in on Skeletor, you can see, unlike the original toy, which had, what was it, a green head, I think?
No, he had like a bone colored face, but he had like the green overlay around his edge and his head and his jaw and all that.
Right.
Make it look like his, you know, shadowed
shadowy greenish. But this, you have mostly a yellow, which really represents the bone and really what he looked like in the cartoon. I think had very nice dark eyes, dark nose, and you can see his mouth, which is laid in there and highlighted with a lot of black. So that is awesome. He has a nice purple hood, and it comes back to the back with a point. I like that. Has a nice breastplate of armor here coming down to his shoulders. I like the little detail in there. A nice bone chest emblem. Yeah, very. And mostly he has a base body of light blue, which is very accurate. Coming down to his belt, which is nice purple.
Loincloth.
Yeah, I guess it could be a
loincloth.
Okay, yeah, loincloth. And underneath there you got another belt type thing, which is molded in, which is really nice, and you have some black fuzzy undies, I guess. So then he has regular blue legs coming down to some nice purple boots. Now, honey, you made a observation about the original toys' feet compared to these. What was that?
Yeah, the original feet look like duck feet with talons.
Yeah.
So this one actually has regular boots on, which I particularly like.
Yeah, I think one of the features of all the villains on the original toys, they all had those like 3-toed webbed feet. Yeah, and here's the back, and you can see he just has some straps here to hold his armor on, and he has a little bit of markings on there. It says the 2018 Mattel Super 7 made in China. So I guess Super 7 did have to go with Mattel to get the rights to make these. So, okay. No holes in the feet, so he doesn't have any pegs he can stand on. And was a little hard standing up out of the package, but if you move his feet around, you're going to get him to stand. And it just takes a little bit of finagling. So, that's what Skeletor looks like. Moving on. And for articulation, basically, it's not the greatest articulation. It's actually less than what the Origins figures are today. But starting at the head, his head can go all the way around 360 degrees. That is pretty nice. His arm does go all the way around 360 degrees here at the shoulder. And it is pretty much static. It can't go in or out. There is no elbow bend. There is no wrist articulation. So that's pretty much it for his shoulder. Coming down to his chest, he does have waist articulation, but that is for the power move gimmick. So if you turn him and let him go, he does this little power move action thing, and you know that will kind of go along with his waist articulation, but you can't move it 360 degrees, but you do get a little cool power move effect there. So yay. And don't push it all the way around or you'll probably break it, and that would suck. So moving down to his legs kind of move all the way around 360 degrees, and there is, if you look closely, a hinge right at the top here, and that should let them go in and out. I believe that will help him ride Panthor, so that's good. Because we do plan on putting him on there, and hopefully that he will fit. And there is no knee bend, and there is no ankle tilt or boot cut or anything like that. So that is basically it for his articulation. About 4 points: head, arm, waist, and leg. So yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. But again, it isn't up to par with these new Origins figures, but then again, I didn't buy this for function as much as I did for looks and the cartoon aesthetic. Alright, moving on. And for comparison, this is the Funko Savage World Thundercats Mumra, and I wanted to put these two together, and I think this is an awesome comparison. Now, we did He-Man and Lion-O last time, and they didn't really fit well. Lion-O is a little bigger, but with Mumra being a tall figure as it is, I think they really work well together. So this is a good comparison. So if you want to kind of put your Mumra from Funko Savage World in with your Masters of the Universe collection and the Super 7 scale, I think it'll work. All right, let's get him out of here. And next, we have the 2001 Skeletor that they put out with the new series. And this is pretty cool. Honey, what do you think about these two?
He's awesome. I love him.
You love this one?
Yes.
Well, okay. So tell a little bit about what you think.
He just looks a little more realistic, and I mean, his armor and everything, he just looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, so they did a really revamped the characters for that 2001 show or 2000 show. I can't remember exactly where it was, but yeah, I think they did a really good job making this guy more real, as it were.
He looks mean.
Yeah.
He looks very mean.
Got those red eyes poking out of there, so yeah, that's creepy. All right, moving on.
And then, for comparison, we're going to put She-Ra over here.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll get her up there. So this is the original She-Ra from the original line, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. When they put the She-Ras out, they weren't in scale with the regular He-Man, right? She-Ra was its own cartoon, and it seems to me they were more doll-like than the He-Man figures. No.
Oh yeah, definitely more doll-like.
Right, because even Teela wasn't like this, right? She had fake plastic hair, but did all the She-Ra toys have real hair?
Yeah, they all had real hair. They all have soft faces. They're very much more Barbie-esque than the hard plastic He-Man line.
Yeah. Now, Super 7 did put out what they would
consider She-Ra to look like
in this line, and we got that upstairs, but I don't want to bring that out. It's in the package anyway. So, but this is a picture of it, what she looks like right here. So you can see it looks more akin to the actual Masters of the Universe line. All right, moving on. And finally, for comparison, here he is with the Super 7 He-Man. So, yay! And you can see they are kind of in scale together. And I like it. I like it a lot. This is definitely what you saw on the TV when you were watching He-Man as a kid. He-Man. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they look good.
Yeah. So this is really nice. I love these two comparisons. So yeah, this is great. All right, moving on. And this has been the Super 7 Skeletor. Very cartoon accurate, and I really, really love this figure. But we're not finished with this review yet, so let's move on to his faithful steed. Steed? Faithful pet? Faithful, what would you call him? Mount?
I would say mount.
Faithful Mount, the Walmart exclusive flocked version of Panthor. And here we have the Walmart exclusive Masters of the Universe Panthor, the flocked edition. Now, I never had Panthor when I was a kid. Honey, you seem to have had more experience in that department than I did.
Yes, I had him because I stole him from my brothers.
You stole him from your brothers?
Yes.
They let you get away with that?
Not really, but I did it anyways. Repeatedly, they kept taking him back, and then I just kept stealing him again because I didn't have my trusty steed yet. Unfortunately, I didn't get Swiftwind till much, much later, so I decided that they had a battle cat, so, you know, it was purple, and I liked purple, and it was super fuzzy, and so She-Ra needed him, so I stole him.
So you stole him so She-Ra could have something to ride on?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
She needed him.
Oh, okay. I got you. So, well, you know, this is Skeletor's ride now, so.
Well, no, it's actually She-Ra. As soon as you get him out of the box and you're done with this review, he'll be She-Ra's once again.
No, this is Skeletor's ride.
I don't.
Skeletor needs his ride, so.
I know.
You have a Swiftwind.
I have two Swiftwinds, but I still need Panthor.
Oh, okay. Well,
this is the fuzzy one.
Yeah, okay. Well, we digress. So let's talk a little bit about this box. Now, a look at the box. You have Masters of the Universe, Panthor, Savage Cat, an awesome fearless fighter, removable armor, carries Skeletor into battle. See, carries Skeletor into battle, it says on the box.
It's just a box.
Anyway, for 21, you have modern posing retro play 6+, realistic fur, and collector's edition. That is how you know you have the Walmart version. It says realistic fur right here and collector's edition here, and it is from Mattel. Now the box itself feels a lot different. It doesn't exactly feel like a normal cardboard box. Feel that, honey. See what you think. Just,
Oh yeah, it's all like silky smooth.
yeah, it's like a smoothie. The box itself, you know, has a little bit of texture to it, so that's pretty neat. Anyway, so this side of the box you have Masters of the Universe Panthor, Savage Cat, and some little dragon creature looking things. On this side you have Masters of the Universe Panthor, Savage Cat, and you have Fisto, and I don't know what that guy's name is, but I'm sure he had one, and they're going after him. On the bottom of the box you just have Masters of the Universe Panthor, Savage Cat, a little bit of credits for the box and a barcode. And finally on the back of the box you have this nice, very cool picture of He-Man coming after Skeletor, and they're in their battle armor, so that's pretty neat. And at the top of the box, we'll zoom in, it says, "Fiercely obedient to Skeletor, Panthor carries his nefarious master into combat." And there they go. So you see Castle Grayskull in the back, and coming down you have a little bit of product shot of what Panthor looks without his armor and how it's removable, and then the figures in this particular line with the battle armor He-Man, She-Ra, Roboto, Battle Armor Skeletor, Merman, Zodak, Battle Cat, and Standard Edition Panthor. So that is pretty cool. And that is the box. But no one wants to see this awesome fuzzy thing in the box. I know I don't, honey.
Take him out, take him out, take him out.
Okay, we are going to take him out of the box and see what he can do. And here we have Panthor out of the box. And out of the box, he is approximately 12 inches long, and from his foot to the top of his saddle, he's about 7 inches tall. So that is a big cat, and he is so fluffy and so fuzzy.
He is so fluffy.
You like it? Is it
I
fluffy?
love him.
Yeah. So yeah, and basically this is the same model as Battle Cat. He is just done in a nice purple color with some flocked fuzz on here. And he has his green saddle, which is very nice. It has some spikes coming off the front here, and he has a nice high back and has some ridges here on the back and goes all the way around and fastens underneath his belly there. So that is pretty neat. He does have a nice tail, and his mouth is nice and red, and you have 4 sharp teeth, and I love this black nose, and these eyes are just so creepy. I like those eyes. Let's zoom in and you can see his face. So that is cool. Now I don't believe this mold featured Panthor's head as good as it was in the cartoon, because I think he had more of a wider head if I remember correctly. But anyway, so yeah, this guy is really, really cool. Alright, so that is pretty much what Panthor looks like. Moving on. And for our articulation, what I want to do before I get into that is remove the saddle, because I think articulation will be easier done with the saddle removed. So basically, to remove the saddle, just come over underneath here, pull this little tab up, that will unhook it, and then you will pull this through, and that will unlatch it, and there it goes. And there you have Panthor without his saddle, and that is pretty neat. That will kind of look like most of the series you saw Panthor. I think he was just without a saddle, and he's just hanging around Skeletor's throne, if I remember correctly. Again, it's been so long since I've seen these cartoons. But anyway, getting into articulation, starting with the head. The head can move. It can kind of move left and right, can look up and down because of the neck hinge right here. So that is pretty neat. Love this articulation. Now, the thing I want to say about the articulation is, because this is a flocked toy, you're always going to get some rubbing when you move these joints. So if you move it a lot, don't be surprised if you get some wear in the flocking. So
Really bald spots, because that's what happened to the original.
right, the original was flocked, and so you'd see it, and if you moved it too much at one certain location, you'll get a nice...
Well, in the 80s, all the kids that had them, you know, they played with them so much, and hitting them and going to battle and putting their toys on them, that they had bald spots all over them.
Right. All right, so that was the neck, and this was the head. The mouth is also articulated. The jaw can come down. So up and down. I like that. Again, he still has room for some more teeth in there, I think, but you know, 4 is good enough to chomp you with, and He-Man, so we'll see about that later. Coming down to his legs are all the same articulation. They do go up to a certain point, and then they can go back a little bit on this hinge. He does have a separate hinge down here for his paw, which can go all the way around 360 degrees, and it does have a joint in it. So I don't know if it's an elbow. Is it still an elbow?
That's an elbow.
Yeah,
That's an elbow.
still an elbow
right here.
Okay, so still an elbow, forearm, I guess, and you can see a nice jointed
Joint.
yeah, nice joint there. So on the bottom of his feet, he actually has some nice little paws that are like, what do you like? You like that?
I love them. I think they're adorable.
So yeah,
They're just little, and they're all grooved nicely, and they're all fuzzy. They
So-
look cute.
yeah, he has some like foot pads there. That is really neat. Again, the back legs do the same thing. They come up and then they go forward. Then you have your little rotation here. And again, I guess this would be considered the knee. I don't know. Knee or elbow. I don't know. They're all legs. So, okay, knee. And you have his foot here. So I think that's a really neat rotation there. And then finally you have his tail. And this tail can do all sorts of neat little things. It can hang down. It can jut up, it can go all the way around 360 degrees, and it can even go as far as that. Ooh, you can't even see because it is on a hinge, so that is pretty neat. So you can hinge it forward and you can hinge it down, and as you can see, even doing that, you're getting a little bit of rub off from the flocking. So, and then you can see that the hinge here is becoming more apparent because the paint and the flocking is off, and there's a little bit of rub damage there. So be very careful and understand that that's just going to happen when you have a flocked toy. All right, and that is Panthor's articulation. Moving on. And full comparison, here he is with Battlecat / Cringer, and you can see these are technically the same toy, but with a little bit of different paint and flocking.
You'd almost swear that they weren't the same toy.
Right. They would look like completely different if you didn't know better, because the flocking makes this texture look a whole lot different. Now, if you had the standard Panthor, then you could definitely see
all the sculpting and the fur and all that stuff, like through here, and then on the sides you can see the fur engravings in there, but on him you can't really see that.
It would be a little more obvious. So, but for the most part, yeah, underneath the bellies you can see you got a little more detail here. I like the comparison here, so yay. And that is your comparison with Battlecat.
Wait. Let's just
well, we're gonna get to her. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
all right, so we'll let's take Cringer out.
Yeah.
And now we have Swiftwind.
Yeah,
So
Swift.
here you are. I think hopefully they'll do a new Origins Swiftwind that we might be able to do with the proper colors. I don't know. This Swiftwind always kind of reminded me of
Neapolitan ice cream.
Yes, this Swiftwind always reminded me of Neapolitan ice cream for some reason. I think it's the wings, because they kind of have that chocolate, strawberry, vanilla look to them. But as you can see,
Okay, well, Swifty's not happy anymore because you're comparing him to ice cream. He is the most majestic thing ever.
okay, well, a lot of people like ice cream.
Okay, well, yeah, he's gonna go now.
Oh no! Okay. Well, anyway, that is the comparison with Swiftwind. And moving on. And for another quick comparison here, Panthor is with his armor and Battlecat with his. So that is pretty neat. And you can see it's the same exact saddle, except one is just green and the other is red. So that is pretty neat. And of course we could, if we were so inclined, to give Battlecat his helmet. And I'm not sure if Panthor ever had a helmet. I think they may have given him one in the Classics line, or I remember seeing a picture of him with a really long horned helmet, but I don't know. So that is pretty neat. And for another interesting comparison, here you have Panthor with the Battle Cat armor and Battle Cat slash Cringer with the Panthor armor. I think this Panthor looks really nice in this red armor. That's pretty cool. And Battle Cat here, he doesn't look too shabby with this different kind of green. It does kind of go with him. So what do you think, honey?
It's all right.
Not your cup of tea?
I like Panthor with no saddle or anything and no armor.
Yeah, well, this is just kind of like alternate universe, I guess, maybe what they would look like. So, yeah, I like it. I think that's pretty cool. All right, moving on. And now we come to the moment of truth. Will the Super 7 Skeletor sit on the Mattel Panthor? Now, I don't think there's going to be any issue with this because we know that the Super 7 He-Man can sit on the Battle Cat, and this is pretty much the same concept. So here we are. There they are together. That is beautiful. I can't, honey. No.
I can't do it either.
Oh, you can do it better than I can. That's it. All right, so here we are, Skeletor, Panthor. Let's see if they can fit together. And yes, boom. Oh, he fits right nicely. It's almost like a snap. That is awesome. And there you have Skeletor and Panthor together at last. Woo! This looks awesome. What do you think, honey?
I think it looks great.
This is so cool. I love it. That is your money shot right there, ladies and gentlemen. In my opinion, the best looking Skeletor and the best looking Panthor on the market today to resemble the cartoon. So we will put him in the back and we will bring out the Battle Cat and the He-Man together, and then we will look at this, and that is so classic right there. Wow. Oop, I think Battle Cat's feet are gone crooked. Oh, get over here, Battle Cat. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So, wow, look at that. That is like looking at the cartoon. I really love these two, or four, as it were. You have Battle Cat and He-Man and Panthor and Skeletor. This is really nice. So, I guarantee you, if you were to purchase these, you are not going to be dissatisfied. Moving on. And this has been the Super 7 Masters of the Universe Skeletor, sitting on top of the Mattel Walmart exclusive flocked Panthor. And this is an awesome set. It's a mix and a match from one line and one brand and another, but I think you would be happy if you were to combine the two. This is just such a very nostalgic look. Looks like it just stepped out of the cartoon, and I couldn't be happier with this set. There is very little that I can find to complain about with this set, and you know, even those small things are kind of a nitpick. Like the Skeletor figure is awesome. He looks great. The little sword gimmick he has with the half-power sword that connects to He-Man's half-power sword, that didn't really work that well. Tabs aren't long enough, and if you want to get that to work, you'll probably have to super glue it together, but that's an option. But other than that, the Skeletor figure is great. The Panthor, I really never had a Panthor. I think he looks great. The colors, very vibrant eyes and mouth, and he's just so fuzzy. I love that. But again, it's a flocked toy, so it's eventually going to rub down, so be careful with that. But you know, that's the kind of the trade-off you get if you want something cool and fuzzy. So, Queen Bravo, what do you think about the set?
I love it. I think it looks great. The Skeletor looks mean on top of him like that. And of course I love Panthor.
And that is it for the review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. But before we go, I did want to mention that we are in the middle of a giveaway. And if you are watching our channel, you know about the March to 1,000 giveaways. And this particular week, what we have to give away is the Origins Skeletor. funny as this is, or as coincidental as this is, or as planned out as this is. This is the new for 20 Masters of the Universe Skeletor. And right now, all you have to do to get this guy, or to be eligible to get this guy, is to subscribe to Bots and Books, like the video titled March to 1,000 Giveaways, leave me a comment to let me know that you're interested, and tell all your friends about it. And this little guy could be yours. The drawing is next Sunday. Please participate. I really love giving away these toys, and he's a really nice figure, mint on package. And if you're just starting off the Origins line, hey, don't go buy a Skeletor for 15 bucks. Try to win one, because I'm just giving this away. All right, moving on with that. Again, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, from me and Queen Bravo, keep playing. All right, we will put you back where you belong. Left side of the TV. And now, Mr. Skeletor, welcome to my collection. And we will stick you on this side of the television, so you can forever be on opposite sides of He-Man. Oh, hey guys, one other thing about this, I forgot to tell you, if you're looking for this Skeletor, you can find him on Big Bad Toy Store for $20. And if you're looking for the Walmart exclusive Flocked Panthor, good luck. This guy is almost impossible to find, but if you find him, he's going to be like $40. You may get tired and just be as happy with the regular standard version that you can get at Targets or other places for like 20, 25 bucks. I'm not exactly sure, but anyway, it's your collection. Do what you want to, and thanks for watching this video again. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.
He's mine.